Arlo was a boy who loved to explore. He lived in a small village nestled beside a vast, mysterious forest. Arlo longed to discover what lay hidden within its depths. Every day, he would gaze at the forest from his window, his heart filled with a thirst for adventure. He dreamt of uncharted paths and hidden wonders. Arlo spent his days exploring the fields and streams near his home. He knew every nook and cranny. He could climb the tallest trees and hold his breath underwater longer than any other boy in the village, but the forest remained a mystery, beckoning him with its secrets. One sunny afternoon, Arlo sat by the edge of the forest, listening to the rustling leaves and the chirping birds. He imagined the creatures that might live within and the adventures he could have. He knew he couldn't resist the call of the unknown any longer. He decided to venture into the forest. He ran home, his mind racing with excitement. He would finally see what lay beyond the trees. He would finally have a real adventure. The villagers often spoke of the forest in hushed tones. They told tales of strange noises and eerie shadows. They said the forest was haunted, filled with spirits and unseen dangers. Arlo's parents, like all the other villagers, warned him never to enter the forest. "It's too dangerous, Arlo," his mother would say, her voice full of concern. "The forest is full of things that are best left undisturbed." His father would nod in agreement. "There's nothing but trouble waiting for you in those woods, Arlo. Stay away." But Arlo didn't believe the stories. He thought they were just silly tales to frighten children. He knew there were no such things as ghosts or spirits. The forest was just waiting to be explored, and he was determined to be the one to do it. He knew he couldn't tell anyone about his plan. They would try to stop him. He would have to go alone under the cover of darkness. That evening, as the sun began to set, Arlo snuck out of his house. He carried with him only a small knapsack containing a loaf of bread, a bottle of water, his trusty pocket knife, and a lantern to light his way. He took a deep breath and stepped into the forest. The trees were tall and imposing, their branches forming a thick canopy overhead. The air was cool and damp, and the forest floor was covered in a thick carpet of leaves. Arlo walked cautiously, his senses alert. The sounds of the village faded behind him, replaced by the rustle of leaves and the snapping of twigs. The deeper he went, the darker it became. He lit his lantern, the flickering light casting long, dancing shadows among the trees. The forest was quiet, eerily quiet. The only sounds were the beating of Arlo's heart and his own footsteps. He felt a shiver run down his spine, but he pushed on, his curiosity outweighing his fear. He walked for what seemed like hours. Just as he was beginning to think he should turn back, he saw something strange in the distance. A soft blue glow emanated from behind a cluster of trees. Arlo's heart quickened with anticipation. He crept towards the light, his curiosity piqued. As he rounded the trees, he gasped in awe. Standing before him was an ancient stone archway, its surface covered in intricate carvings. The blue glow emanated from within the archway, bathing the surrounding trees in an otherworldly light. The air grew noticeably colder as he approached the archway. He felt a strange tingling sensation on his skin. A whisper seemed to emanate from the archway, so faint he wasn't sure if he'd imagined it. It seemed to say, "Help me." Hesitantly, Arlo reached out and touched the cold stone. The moment his fingers made contact, the blue light intensified, bathing him in its brilliance. The whispering voice grew louder, more insistent. He felt a strange pull, like an invisible hand beckoning him forward. Taking a deep breath, Arlo stepped through the archway. The world dissolved around him in a swirl of blue light. When he opened his eyes, he found himself in a place unlike anything he had ever seen before. The trees were taller, the leaves a brighter green. Strange creatures fluttered through the air, their wings shimmering with an iridescent glow. He had stepped into a world unlike his own, a world that was both beautiful and terrifying.
Follow for part 2. For more videos like this, don't forget to like and share.